Hi, Karen here, Cake Coach Online, and I'm here today to tell you a quick story in 5 minutes flat. Let's see if I can manage it. So, my story today was something that I actually, oh, sorry about that. I seem to be bleeping. um, my story today was something that I saw on social media. So the cake decorator sends a quote to a bride, and she hears absolutely nothing back. By the way, the quote was on Messenger, and um, just making sure I've got the right microphone on. It would be a bit tragic, wouldn't it? Anyway, the quote was on Messenger, and that's a story for another day and a lesson. Anyway, so since it's been a while since she sent the quote, she deleted the message thread. So the bride resurfaces, or the bride to be resurfaces 3 weeks later, asking again for her wedding cake, sending the pictures again and saying that the previous quote had been $350. The cake decorator knows for sure that that price isn't actually correct, since the wedding cake was proposed to be 4-tier cake, and she would never ever have quoted such a low price for a 4-tier cake. But the trouble was she had deleted her message thread. But the customer swears that that's what the quote was, and also refused to send a screenshot back to the cake decorator. So one can only think that she was telling untruths, and due to her unwillingness to forward the original quote. So the cake decorator was asking for help on social media. What should she do? Firstly, I would personally say now that the date is fully booked and the lady had missed her slot in any event because she'd taken too long to come back to her. And that covers that order and potentially the tricky customer too. But what could be learnt from this situation? So I would say better tracking and systems need putting in place for quotes and orders. If this cake decorator had have written out the full request with all the details, starting with the price and giving the bank details and the bank account to pay the money to, plus a deadline in order to secure the date, the situation, as it has been told, wouldn't have occurred. And it could not have been done. The cake wouldn't have happened, and it wouldn't have all been so confusing and stressful. There was paperwork tracking the price, design, date, and expectations of both the cake decorator and the customer too, and nothing could be deleted by either party. Cake decorators believe that by doing all of their talking on a messenger app like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, that they are covered because they have both sides of the story. But this is actually untrue. Your customer could excuse that, could delete everything on their app, right? And if the screenshots are not there as proof, by law in the UK, their account no longer exists, and there's nothing going to stand up in court for that order. So you leave yourself vulnerable. On a practical note, what happens if the phone literally blows up and you break it by totally dropping it, or it's stolen? Whilst you may eventually be able to get back the app and retrieve all the messages, what of the time lag in between? Can you imagine if you are relying on an electronic device for all of your work and that device fails in some way? On this occasion, I won't go into what on earth the cake decorator is doing, giving a price for a wedding cake via a message without a proper consultation, which is my guess why the response went quiet. It's more normal to offer a proper consultation with maybe tasting samples and giving a little bit of sales service to your customer. And I'm not really surprised that she probably went off elsewhere. Anyway, that's another lesson. So, and also, actually, if you kept a record of all of your quotes, you can actually then track back and see how many quotes maybe did get rejected and work out the percentage and what you could do better. And that's another point. But that's my little story for today. The cake decorator who gave out a quote and then deleted it on her phone, which was a bit of a disaster one way or the other. And whilst I'm here, I'm also here to tell you that coming up on Sunday, we've got our craft and cake business makeover starting on the 17th of October till the 24th. We're covering pricing, cakes and your time, which is the session that I ran for the Cake International in the summer, which everybody loved, dealing with customers, organisation, Instagram and what to post, work-life balance, time management, and we were having a craft demonstration as well. All the things that people have said that they're struggling with, the straight sides on buttercream, fondant, ganache. We're trying to fit it all in for you. So all sessions will be recorded and available until the 4th of November. So if you would love to join us, there's a link here, which my mouse seemed to show you earlier, which I don't really know. I've got a mouse that's doing its own thing here. That's the link for these. If you want to pay in pounds, if you want to pay in US dollars, just change the GBP to USD. But I will put the links in the Facebook thread below, because Facebook don't like you putting links in in the whole thing. They don't show very many people, so that's Facebook for you. So it'd be lovely if you could join us. We're going to have lots of fun and work out how we can move our business forward. Oh, the other thing I've just been doing as well, I've just been designing a cake business assessment, which is like a quiz that you would take for yourself, and you can work out what is your score for your actual cake business. So you can see what bits you've got ticked off and what bits maybe you could be working on in order to improve the success of your cake business. So that's me. I've gone over time. Look at that. I was going to do 5 minutes and I haven't. Okay, take care and maybe see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.